Hello, beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie. Welcome back to another Tony Tuesday.
How you doing?
For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show.
And you can watch it uncut with us on Patreon or here on YouTube by becoming a member. It's $5 a month. You have to have your own copy of the episode, and you can follow along with us. Links are in the description.
And y'all don't forget to give a giant thumbs up on this video. And also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified for when we have a new upload.
Yes, sir.
Abe and Charlie, how y'all doing?
We're good, man.
We're good?
Chilling. Yeah.
Chilling. It's a long weekend. Get to sleep in tomorrow.
Indeed. How about you, brother?
I'm good. Tottenham lost today, but that's okay.
Yeah,
not gonna overreact.
Is it though? Is it okay?
I'm not gonna overreact.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm excited for this episode. I usually like to see the IMDb before, just so you know. I don't read anything. I just like to
look at the rating.
And the rating is high, so I'm excited.
Must be good.
Yep. And yeah, before we get into this episode, Abe, can you please read our comments from our previous Tony Tuesday?
Yes, I can. The first comment comes from E. Lentz, and it says, "Had my boy AJ looking like Emperor Palpatine this episode."
I had to pin that comment. It was amazing.
I saw the pin and I was like, yeah, I was definitely not me who did that. All right, this one's a little bit longer, but I thought it was a nice comment. This one comes from Deborah Cornell, and it says, "As a mother, that closing shot of Carmela hits home. During the toughest moments of my son's teen years, I'd have those flashbacks too, to the sweet little boy he was and so many precious moments. All those worries and fears. There's truth to the old adage, little kids, little problems, big kids, big problems. It may be normal and it goes with the territory, but damn, I remember the stress so well. Also remember the love every step of the way. This show is so good at giving us relatable moments, even with characters whose lives are very different from our own. And for all Carmela's faults, anyone who thinks she doesn't love her kids needs to rethink that during scenes like this. As usual, great reaction, a great discussion."
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful comment.
Yeah, it's like appreciate people's real life, backstories and relation to these types of shows, because again, exactly like this show is very much fiction, but there's a lot from it that hits home for a lot of people. So appreciate things like that. And the last one here comes from Sun Vin, and it says, "AJ seeing Tony and pretending to take out the garbage takes me out every time." So realistic. Yeah. When your parents get home, you're like, "Clean my room real quick. Pick up all the dirty stuff.
It's garbage day.
Yeah,
you hear taking out the trash."
For us, for me and Charlie, it was like the garage opens. It was like you hear the garage open, you're like running, like cleaning shit up. So yeah, you know the feeling. You know how it goes.
Yeah. With that being said, Charlie, episode 5.
Irregular around the margins.
This makes me feel like something is like tax related.
But
Maybe
it's
like the
interesting
last
that it's Adriana and Tony on the thumbnail of the episode.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be a
Theme.
theme.
It didn't look like a confrontation though. It looked pretty friendly.
Yeah.
Unless they're like asking her to get closer to the boss or something for informing.
That could be.
Another rock band.
Okay, Meadow. Dancing it out, having fun. All right. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing here?
I got an office here. Promise me no drinking and driving.
Who's your designated driver?
I'm not the one with all the dents in their car. Have a good time, sweetheart. Be careful.
So awkward, bro.
Oh.
He's checking his nose for the powder.
Does he do that shit?
He was just doing it, for sure.
No, he doesn't. He talks to Christopher about how it's not good. I've never seen it.
But why was he wiping the shit out of his
He's
nose?
always doing that though.
I don't know.
Tony's spending so much time at the club.
Oh, she's yapping now. She's yapping.
That might have something to do with you. Oh, if you think I'm gonna blow this guy for your sick purposes, you are sadly mistaken. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I know, you said.
No, I gotta go. Number 2.
Oh my God.
You okay?
Why did I think they were going to zoom into like a shit stain? Oh my God, is he doing hair transplant or something?
I don't think so.
No. They're removing something.
I'm gonna get this down to the lab, see what's what.
Like a mole or something being removed, maybe?
I don't know.
You think you got it all?
We hope so. I'll let you know when the results come back.
Does having a bowel movement relieve the pain? Would you describe the diarrhea as loose or liquid?
Liquid. This is getting so I'm afraid to be away from the toilet. I'm so scared I'm gonna have an accident.
Like anxiety, maybe?
Yeah.
Sometimes GI disturbances are stress related. Is there anything unusual that might be giving you the jim jams?
I just want something for my stomach because I could quit going to the bathroom.
The stress-related shits.
Yeah, it's so real though.
Yeah.
What'd you do to your head? Did you fall again?
Banged it on the medicine chest. Don't worry about it. Here's your allowance. But it actually looks like fruit.
It's so hard.
Bruh. Like that helps.
Irritable bowel syndrome?
He'll know more when the tests come back. I still gotta bring him a stool sample.
Jesus, please.
You were the one who yelled at me to go to the doctor.
And my Aunt Josephine had colon cancer. A whole asshole rotted out.
Oh, what?
Gross.
Sorry.
Plus, then they put me on Prozac
The diarrhea?
to help me cope and handle stress, which is a lot of what causes it.
What do you gotta be stressed about? That bar?
War, Christopher, Middle East.
You don't listen to the president? We're gonna mop the floor with the whole fucking world. The whole world's gonna be under our control. So what are you worked up about?
Someone's a Bush fan.
Oh, that's right. That's during that
Yeah,
time.
it's, yeah.
Someone saw the commercial. Now watch this drive.
My stupid car. 5,000 miles and the alternator's going.
What?
That's crazy.
5,000?
The hell is she driving? A shit box?
Maybe he said you went to the doctor.
I've been having trouble with my stomach.
You got ulcers already?
It's called IBS,
What's that?
irritable bowel syndrome.
My mother had that all her life. See this?
Yeah, I noticed that. What happened?
It's cancer.
What?
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Well, they think they got it all. So this disease you got, what causes it?
I did a Google on it, and like the doctor too, they all say a lot of it's psychological. Christopher don't want to know. Not that I blame him.
They're going to have something to relate to.
I don't like this.
Take care of yourself.
Say hi to Anthony. He's such a good father. Wish my dad had been like that.
Night, dear.
What is all this stuff? Where you going?
Jesus Christ, go back to bed.
What's your problem?
My fucking tooth is killing me.
Why do you have to go anyway? Can't they just drop this stuff off?
Tony wants me to talk to the guy down there.
The jerk you were yelling at on the phone? That cigarette thing you were talking about?
6 different kinds of dope you get to take for a stomach ache. I got a fucking impaction. I can't take shit besides oil or clothes because I'm sober.
I know, it's hard. I'm sorry. Have a nice trip. I love you. Call me.
She's got diarrhea. Whoops.
That'll help your IBS for sure.
Oh, so he is doing shit. Charlie was right.
Oh, he was.
Maybe it's been since
Wiped
the
his-
separation. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever really seen him do this shit. Maybe we have once or twice, but let us know in the comments.
They're going to be a thing, aren't they?
No. No.
I really hope not. I don't see it that way either.
I'm seeing it that way.
I hope you're wrong.
Do we want to shoot? Make it interesting. Sawbuck a game.
Is the thing I'm feeling like he's seeing a similar connection to her that he had with Gloria, the mental stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Everything all right in here now? Your stomach all right?
Don't. I know what you're doing. Don't distract me.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I think Charlie's right. Boo!
Oh!
My question is,
I was
is
thinking
she
more.
genuinely falling for him, or is this all planned with informing?
No, I don't. You're asking great questions.
Come on, get up. Go.
Oh my God, that was suggestive AF.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way that I was seeing it, since we saw Meadow at the beginning of the episode and then we saw her in her comment, I wish my father was that way.
Yeah,
I was seeing it more as like a parental, that was going to be like a self journey Tony was going to take.
She's got daddy issues. He's got mommy issues. It's a match made in hell.
Oh my God, he's back. No way. Absolutely no way, bro. It was bound to happen at some point, but that look, he's so good at that look.
My nephew's fiance. I know what you're thinking. Well, nothing happened, but it could have very easily. What?
This is a very big step.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean that you've come here to talk about this impulse
That's so
instead
true.
of just acting on it without thinking.
I always think.
Really?
Yeah.
Having sex with your mistress's cousin, like the mistress wasn't enough to piss off your wife.
That face was gold. That was so good.
I mean, someone like her, I could do it right this time. I could start a whole new family.
Oh,
Christ.
This is something you're contemplating?
Be a disaster. And my nephew, it would kill him if the years are growing him to be my number 2. That'd be very bad for the girl. She doesn't deserve that. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know part of it's his father figure thing, and on account of hers ran off.
It would be like committing an act of symbolic incest.
True.
I got lucky the first time because I was able to control myself, but you only get one of those.
it's because someone knocked.
Exactly.
She could make a play for you. You might want to think about how you're going to establish limits and boundaries. For example, you could tell her she means a great deal to you, but you think of her as a daughter.
Even if I want to fuck her brains out.
This is being blunt.
You're at a very important crossroads. For once, you want to avoid doing something you know is wrong and would be destructive both to yourself and to the people you care about. That's growth. I know this is a powerful urge, but if you can't keep it in your pants, you have to stay away from her. Not long ago, you stood in my outer office.
The movement, is that what?
I recall you used the words drop dead gorgeous.
I knew she was going to go here.
I said I wouldn't date you, and look, you survived.
What a horrible fucking job you have.
See if you can remain a friend to this woman, a help to her.
That was interesting. I almost felt like she projected a little bit back, like how she felt in the moment. Because there was part of her, the sexual urge that wanted Tony, like could have given in.
But you don't have Chrissy's cell, do you? He called, but he didn't leave a new number.
I'll probably try you again. Let's do back tomorrow.
I wonder if any of them suspect anything with her. I don't think so, but like it almost feels like she gets so close to getting something to inform on, and then she doesn't.
I think they're too busy being distracted by her looks.
Yeah, probably.
What I could really use is some...
It's 2 o'clock. Cross-eyed Billy probably left the bing already.
You know, a guy Andre, he's always up.
Cancel the car. I'll give you a ride.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Boo! Stay away from her was the advice, Tony.
Yep.
You know who thinks you're cute? It's Molly.
She's got to be over 30, isn't she?
Oh my God, bro.
She's 31.
You know who you ought to introduce me to is that friend of yours. The one you brought over to the house that time. Danielle from Whippany.
Oh my God, the Fed.
Yeah.
She drowned on a picnic.
Well, I thought it picked up on something between her and me. I'm not trying to be conceited.
Tony!
Oh my God!
Holy shit.
We were taught to run them over in
Yeah,
driving school.
you gotta,
But
unfortunately.
stuff like that can happen.
But it's Tony.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
It's an animal. Uh-oh.
I've reviewed your chart and ruled out internal injuries, so you're free to go.
The young lady that I was with, they said she was okay, but can I see her?
Oh my
She got worse, which is crazy.
I don't even remember what happened.
Was a raccoon in the road. I swerved. They'll let me go.
I want to go too. Chrissy's coming home today.
We should probably talk about that.
I don't know how to tell you, but Adriana's in the hospital. She was in an accident.
What? When?
Last night around 2 o'clock.
Christ, what happened? Is she all right?
She got banged up, but she's gonna be okay.
Where is she?
Mount Mercy in Dover.
Dover?
Apparently they swerved to avoid a deer in the road.
They?
Her and Tony.
Tony? Soprano?
He's like so shocked.
Is he all right?
Not a scratch. The fucking luck on this guy.
Oh, yeah, Dover. She's got an aunt she's close to out there who's been sick. All right, somebody take me to get my car. I better get over there.
At least the not drugged out version of him like knows urgency in these sorts of situations.
Right.
What, so you're just not gonna talk? I almost got killed, Christopher.
I'm just curious. What the were you doing in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, in a car with my uncle?
Driving me home.
In Dover?
We were talking. We were going to get something to eat. I get off of work. I don't want to go right home. Like you weren't even there.
No, I was in a fucking rider rinse, busting my ass with a bunch of rednecks making a living to buy you alcohol and coke and all the other shit you shovel into your mouth. 2 o'clock in the fucking morning? Don't fucking lie to me. I can't stand it.
Nothing was going on, Christopher.
I should have made you walk home.
I swear to God.
You know how this looks? Don't talk to me. You shut your mouth.
Jeez.
Well, I said one nice thing about him. I take it all back.
You wanted to see me?
His voice, bro.
People who don't clean up after their pets. Pop this in that basket for me, will you?
Take this stick with the shit on it and throw it out for me.
Blind luck, that accident. Cop told me he thought he was coming up on a fatality when he saw the car. I'd be thinking the same thing if I were you, but it's not true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The car was in the shop, driving her home from work. That's all. We were looking to get a burger.
In Dover.
What difference does it make? You don't seem to give a shit. She almost died.
What were you doing out there alone in a car with my fiance?
We were talking about you, you selfish prick, and how you were the best thing that ever happened to her.
Oh, you don't think this fucking devastates me?
Well, frankly, you scored so far over your head when you got her. What do you expect?
The fuck are you talking about?
She's a knockout, a 10.
Oh boy, what is he talking about?
You're average at best.
Everybody knows you've been the biggest fucking coos hound around the past 4 or 5 years. Your midlife crisis, you'd fuck a catcher's mitt.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
On everything I hold sacred, on my children, there's nothing going on between me and Adriana.
Still doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
And then that look almost looks guilty there.
Yeah.
But Adriana suffered a severe blow to the head.
Adriana got caught giving a big guy a blowjob.
Oh, my God.
My God.
She had his cock still in her mouth.
Statistics shows that most single car fatalities are the result of guys popping their load behind the wheel.
Oh my God. This game of telephone is
this is horrible. Crazy.
Guess who went down on Tony Soprano?
If it's my old lady, the next thing she suck is a tailpipe.
That pretty little trimp can suck this pipe anytime she wants.
Like you'd ever have a shot.
When Christopher was in rehab, she was calling me all the time. I was this close.
Then you got a problem, because your barjol isn't even that long.
Oh my God.
She told Christopher that he was the one calling her all the time.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Didn't sound like nothing. I want to hear the big joke.
Take it easy, we're just shooting the shit.
I asked him a fucking question.
What are you breaking my balls for?
I want a fucking answer. What's so fucking hilarious, you fucking parade float?
I'm a fucking captain now. You don't talk to me like that.
Fuck all of you.
Hey, motherfucker!
Hold it.
Called him a parade float, bro. That's a new one. I have not heard that.
Oh, please don't tell me he's gonna beat up on her. Please don't tell me.
I already ate. There's a casserole in my...
Fucking lying bitch!
What are you doing?
You were sucking his cock! Georgie told me everything. The surgeon on the operating table said you were moaning Tony's name.
What are you talking about?
Fucking lie to me! Your other dope dealer's there. I remembered. Go ahead. Deny it.
Okay, I was going out to see Andre, but I wasn't sucking anybody's cock. How could you say that?
Oh, so you two were just gonna go toot up a bunch of lines, go fucking bird watching?
Oh, you son of a bitch. I was gonna stay up all night and clean this fucking shit up.
Everybody knows about it. Everybody's talking about it.
Jesus Christ, Christopher.
You want me to use you, bitch? You're fucking killing me.
No, I don't. I love you.
Jesus Christ.
Get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. I thought he was gonna slam the door on her head.
Same.
Yeah, he's looking for smack.
Yeah, he's gonna get into drugs again.
Yep.
Oh, it's
UFC.
Chuck Liddell. Is that his name?
Maybe, yeah. Could have been. That time ago though? Really? No,
Yeah.
he was maybe.
Yo, I think Tony's gonna kill Christopher, bro. If he finds out, beat up Adriana and
Dude, that was...
get on drugs.
Went to the Belleville Tavern after work, and Larry down there said a little cousin was in there all fucked up. Somebody told him what was going on in the car.
There's nothing going on in the car.
No, of course not, but he thinks there was. So he started drinking again, he beat up Adriana, and he threw her out of the fucking house.
Where's his fucking self-control, this guy?
Oh my God.
He's studying drums.
Get you a day early, huh? I'll go to the store in the morning.
Look, relax. All right, go wherever you want.
Still a dick.
What do you want, Tony? He couldn't bring this in himself?
What, I can't even come in and say hello?
What you want is to know if I heard the disgusting shit they're saying. At least have the guts to come out and ask me.
It isn't true.
You know what? Fuck you.
Me? You?
You gotta put your son in hiding because of your fucking philandering? Afraid he'll get caught in the crossfire? Your own son?
Christopher's upset, that's all. He could come over. He could say some things that a kid shouldn't hear.
Just please leave. I don't even want to look at you.
Damn.
That's crazy. For the first, like, they didn't do anything. I really like the way they're playing this because we know who Tony is.
I was about to say.
There's no way.
If it was me, I would come back for the pizza.
That was amazing. That was awesome.
Perfectly good pie.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's in a freaking Hummer? Is that a gun?
Yeah,
What is
he has
that?
a gun in his hand.
Jesus, awesome.
Motherfucker!
Oh, that's not even his car anymore.
Motherfucking gun! I know you're out there, you motherfucker! Why don't you come up?
You know what to do down there.
You're lucky I ran out of room!
Jesus Christ. This man had a megaphone ready, bro.
The fact that they knew that this is gonna happen is crazy.
Oh, they're bringing it out to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, are they gonna?
Please tell me
Hopefully
this
they're
is
gonna
happening.
settle this. No, I hope.
Bro, where are they settling it in the field?
Yo, this is crazy. No, I don't think so, man. Please, I have said no.
I'll kill all of you! Fucking kill all of you!
You're down in the boss of a fucking family?
Huh? You lied to me! You were scoring coke with her! She admitted it!
So what? I can't relieve stress every once in a while. I don't got enough fucking problem.
You sent me to North Carolina so you could my girlfriend.
It's your freaking fiance, bro.
The thought never even entered my head.
You're a man, you're alone in a car with her.
You fucking pushed me to this. You pushed me to this.
Holy shit. Wait, I see it, Tony. He must have known the gun was him. Look what he pumped into your car.
What are you trying to say, Paulie?
He's trying to give you freaking out, dumbass. Oh my God.
Tell me right now. that you can take it into your heart that I did not do this shit. Well, this is as far as we go.
He's a goner.
Tony, come on. Listen to somebody else for a change.
Kim.
Try it my way. Listen to me.
The fact that Tony B's even out there is kind of wild.
I think it's because he's a voice of reason.
Yeah, I guess.
It's 3 a.m. and I just finished a 17-hour rotation.
Any gunshot wounds or broken kneecaps?
2 minutes. You're an excellent doctor. That's why I brought him here.
I love how they're so subtle about that stuff.
This gentleman here is the fiancé of the young lady that I was with. Now, he's got it into his head that there was oral sex going on at the time of the wreck.
Listen,
Hey, so I need you to tell him there wasn't.
He's obviously feeling the pressure. He's just gonna fucking lie.
I'm not in the custom of lying about anything.
Well, as the attending, you could explain how medically it's not possible. Well, for instance, if she was wearing a seatbelt, then there would have been abrasions to the lateral anterior aspect of the clavicle, wouldn't there?
Okay, Tony B.
Are you a physician?
No, I'm a pre-board certified massage therapist.
So do you have any of those kind of things?
Actually, yes. On the right clavicle and the sternum just above the xiphoid process, which would indicate an upright position at the moment of impact.
So what he's saying is that she was sitting up.
Thank you, Doc. For the kids, Make-A-Wish Foundation, whatever, here.
I'm not taking him until Make-A-Wish.
What do you want from me? I guess I believe you. But at this point now, it don't make no difference. Even if it wasn't true. It's what people think.
He is right about that.
They know you were out there scoring coke with her.
What do you care what people think? You know the truth.
I gotta live in the world. And now I look like Joe Jerkoff.
That was good delivery. Wow. That was really good.
No.
Damn, that look Tony had.
I might as well have f***ed her.
You didn't set the boundary, though, you dumbass.
Right?
That's all we get from therapy. It's crazy.
I don't know what you did. What's gonna happen when your children hear about this? Meadow already suspects you. She saw you at the club. She said she thought you were coked out.
What are you talking about? I don't do drugs.
She knows about the accident. What do you think she's gonna think?
Come on, the kids. The kids, it's about you.
Fine, so it's all about me. What do I mean, nothing to you? That I gotta live with this swirling around me?
You think I'd have sexual relations with her? Adriano's gonna be a member of this family? Now, I want you to answer me truthfully. Look, I know I haven't been a fucking saint, all right? And you got plenty of issues of your own on that subject. You haven't exactly been a fucking saint yourself.
Oh, my God. He always does this, bro. He gets so close to the answer, and he's like, screw you.
You think I would go near that girl like that? Look, I'm asking you to pull with me to put a good face on this thing. For the sake of the kids and this family.
I gotta bail you out? It's never ending your bullshit.
His house of cards is like crumbling around him. It's crazy. Doesn't matter how much he wants to control things. Everything else around him is crumbling.
His relationship with Tony can net us a lot of chatter. Don't forget, it's him we're after.
There is no relationship.
Faster we get Tony and put him away, the sooner you can get on with your life. You can get a court order to install a device anyway, but this will make our life simpler.
Fuck you. I do enough for you people. You're not bugging my club.
It's a syndrome, protecting abusers.
If it would have been Christopher alone in a car with a woman, I would have killed him.
She knows how it looks.
Yeah.
Doesn't excuse what happened.
Oh.
He's making sure they all go out together.
Oh, this
For
is
the appearances.
literally like politics, like to the nth degree. This is crazy. You'd think there's an election happening. Jesus Christ. Literally.
Okay, Tony B checking out Hardy B's ex-wife.
Nice to see you, Tom.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to see you. Hope you have a pleasant evening.
Everyone's shook, bro.
This is like the Clintons after Monica Lewinsky. Like this is literally like, oh my God. That is so insane. What an episode. What an episode. That was great.
I mean, yeah, she helped bail him out for sure.
I'm trying to remember the last like mid-season episode we saw that was that good.
Action-packed episode.
Really action-packed, but you know, there was it was obviously centered around Adriana and Tony. And yo, just like wow. Starting with Charlie, what stood out, you know, Tony these last couple seasons, we've seen him obviously be very unfaithful, and that has created, you know, when we see Tony alone with a girl already, you know, everyone's already assuming what's going to happen. All right. And then this time, what is introduced in this narrative, nothing actually happened, but we know that, you know, the environment that he's in, people are going to assume and they're going to say that it did happen. So it was very interesting to see Tony be in this new dynamic where he's kind of innocent in this, where nothing did occur, but now he has to kind of fight for his worth. Just wondering, what stood out to you in this new dynamic that Tony was placed in?
Well, the one thing I will say first off is they're lucky that the accident happened, because I think something would have happened.
Okay, gotcha.
If the accident didn't
I
happen.
agree. I don't think he's blameless because like what Carmela said, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right, exactly. So I don't know, like I was telling you guys like towards the beginning of the episode when she was Adriana was opening up about her IBS and like they might put me on Prozac and stuff like that. I feel like he was kind of seeing and sharing some sort of connection, just like he did with Gloria, because Gloria was tapped. Gloria was also like
seeing the same
therapist, so he knew that she had, similar mental health struggles like he did. So I feel like whenever Tony sees someone that understands his side of things, he kind of like falls for them immediately. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know you guys were, she was talking about the father thing and whatever, but it was I could see early on that it was going somewhere, romantic wise.
Yeah, I think for me, I was trying not to see it. I knew it was there, but it was just one of those things where you're like, oh, you
please
really just
no,
hope that it's not this.
Yeah.
But then you could see more and more that like that's just how Tony is and how he thinks. Like at the end of the day, like everything's about sex with him. Like sex, power, money. Like those are the three things that he cares about. It's what makes his brain function.
But I don't think it's just him. Like I think Adriana is a little bit to blame as well.
Yeah.
She's not completely innocent because she was giving, she was giving in a little bit.
Yeah, but she was. However, if you go back to the scene where she's walking by the water with the agent, she's talking and the agent's kind of like, oh, this relationship I think could be beneficial. And she's like, I'm not going to have sex with him. And then she talks about how he listens and all this. So like to her, while the sex would have been like, she probably would have given into that desire from Tony. It was more about the fact that the things that Tony were giving her in this kind of like pseudo relationship was the things that she wasn't getting from Christopher.
Right.
Like the conversation, the listening, the empathy.
Which is exactly why I think it would lead her to cheat.
No, I agree. I agree. But I don't think it was about that for her.
Right.
Like I think that she would have given in because Tony's doing all of these things that she wants, and what Tony wants is sex. So like at the end of the day, like it's just like two puzzle pieces that are fitting.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw it.
Yeah, because if you look at Christopher in this episode, at the beginning of the episode where Adriana was opening up about the IBS and everything, he was like, I don't want to hear none of this.
Right.
I don't. My grandma, she had colon cancer and gave a crazy description, and then he was trying to quickly shut the conversation. Whereas you see in Tony's perspective, when he listens to Adriana speak about it, he's like, no, yeah, I can relate to it. Starts talking about what he's going through.
His mom had
his mom as well. Yeah. So then that's why she was like, wow. Mm-hmm. And then here's that he's taking AJ to volleyball practice, and she's like, wow, I wish my dad was like that. Yeah. So I think the way that this episode was crafted and leading up to that was really well made, really well done.
Yeah, I think there's also another element of like the drug use here, that like, we really see there's two characters really, Christopher and Adriana, throughout this entire show that like you show they're like drug use consistently. But like Christopher has been almost like villainized because of his drug use and like the way that he acts on drugs, just like making really stupid choices. And I think that we almost saw the flip side here with like Adriana and Tony. It's like them doing drugs and all this stuff and what it potentially leads to. And then you see how Christopher spirals out of control when he, turns to alcohol at the end of the day, after all that stuff. So I thought that was an interesting flip of dynamic too.
Right. We're seeing how they had to, you were talking about the politics of it all and how everything just flipped on its head, and Tony was really close into pulling the trigger on Christopher. What was so significant as to why Tony didn't do it? What stood out to you in that aspect on why they were like, no, Tony B, there's a different way that we can do this. But Christopher ends up saying something very real, and he says, at the end of the day, like,
I gotta live in this world.
People are still gonna believe it. People are still gonna say some things, right? What is the effect of that in the lifestyle that they live in?
Yeah, I think a lot of the lifestyle they live in is like power, authority, appearance, all that, right? So that is the driving force between like the respect that they get and the world that they live in. So I think for me, it was very clear that, you know, Christopher was like, I'm not going to get any of that respect. Anytime I walk anywhere now, people are going to say X, Y, and Z about this. So, you know, that was like his world spiraling, because even if it didn't happen, I think he was right. Like, people have all said like all these things that even though they didn't occur, now everybody thinks it did, including Tony's family, you know, potentially Meadow, Carmela specifically, and everybody else. Even when Tony B first goes to approach Tony, like, they heard what was going on in the car. Like, he was like, there's no way something didn't happen. 2 a.m. alone in the car with her, like, there's just no way. So the appearance of everything was the driving force behind the the spiraling out of control from Christopher's behalf. But I also feel like Tony, in a couple of cases here, like, the choices he made were because of like guilt. Like, he felt guilt, and that's why he didn't kill Christopher, to me, almost because like he kind of knows he would have done it. And even though we saw him in therapy being like, I might as well have done it, like, that's how his mentality is, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, it was just as bad as if I had done it. But, you know, I think he feels the weight of like, I almost didn't control myself, and I probably wouldn't have if it weren't for a freaking raccoon in the freaking middle of the road.
Yeah. And Charlie, what stood out to you in that conversation where he had with Carmela? And again, it always comes to a point where he's like, I messed up, but you as well, you know, you've also are. And she's like, why are you bringing me into this, right?
Yeah.
So, and then at the end, he asked her for help.
Yeah.
What stood out to you in that conversation that we got from them?
I think just Tony's like narcissism. It's very apparent, like, to me. I've been learning a lot about it because I've dealt with it as well, like, with people. But so he essentially, he can get to a point where he's almost about to like be like, I'm sorry and this, but there's always a but, and then they throw the blame back at you, and they make you feel crazy for something that you did wrong, or they try to make it your problem, right? And similar thing to like Carmela, because it's like, this is a problem that he created, and then he's, you know, saying, oh, you're not a saint either, whatever, and then he's still using her to bail him out of the problem. So he can never take full accountability for his issues.
No.
And we've seen this time and time again, and we saw that again in this conversation with Carmela. The fact that she is actually putting up with it, though, and helping him is kind of wild to me, because it feels like at this point she has done everything, like, to tell Tony, like, screw off.
Right. Do you think she has a choice, though?
I do, because she left the marriage. So I feel like she's in a position now where she can deny him of anything.
So here's the thing that I was going to say about that, because I think everything you said is true. But I think there's another motivator for Carmela, and it is exactly what we've been talking about. It's the optics. It's what people think about the family, like what Meadow's going to think, what, you know what I mean? And like part of it is like, she doesn't want to look like a sucker. And you can argue she is one way or the other this way, but like the way that Tony was kind of setting this up to make it all look like everything was fine was this way to like almost dispel the rumors and not give in to them at all. And I think that almost like is also kind of what Carmela wants, not for Tony's sake, but for her sake, for Meadow's sake, for AJ's sake. Like, I think that it bodes well for her to dispel some of this shit too. Because it's not just Tony's image that's at play here. It's hers and her kids and all that stuff.
I just don't think it matters in her position, because they're already separated and everybody knows that they're separated.
But it's not
They're
about
they're still connected.
They're still connected, and I think it's like
she's in the middle of filing for divorce. So I feel like in her position, where she's separating from him and they're in the middle of filing for divorce, and he's caught in this scandal, for her, it doesn't make her look bad. It makes him look even worse, but it doesn't make her look bad. But I understand the kids' side of stuff, like Meadow and AJ or whatever. But if your whole thing is to expose Tony and whatever, like let your kids see that their father's a horrible person.
But also like the circles that she runs in are very similar circles. The same rumors, the same shit's gonna keep coming up, and she's gonna have to deal with that stuff. Not even just like, you know, like the fact that it would even come to her, I think is something that like she's gonna have to deal with. And it's not even just about protecting Tony, it's about protecting herself and her image. Like that's the part that I think,
honestly, I don't even know what she's still doing there. I feel like at this point you should have just moved to Italy and go find Furio. What's the point of you staying there?
It's her kids.
Yeah. Bro, AJ is living with his dad.
Yeah, that's a great thing for a mom to have in her head. Yeah, I'm gonna let my son, who's a teenager, impressionable, live with her mob boss father, who literally whores every single day and is coked out of his mind and drunk half the time.
I get that, but she's so fed up with AJ and his disrespect and stuff that she was the one who made the decision.
Yeah, but she's still like,
she still loves him.
She still loves him, and she's still like, but not far away.
If anything, you're just like, you live with your dad. Make it Meadows' job to check in with AJ and make sure he's good.
Oh hell, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy. Yeah, no way.
She can go live her life.
Yeah,
you can't abandon. You can't abandon your
then
child.
She's gonna be a bad mom.
Yeah,
she's gonna be like, yeah, you take care of this kid because I can't deal with none of you anymore. Like, then she fails as a mother, straight up.
I get that, but.
Yeah.
I selfishly, sure, I hear you, but Carmela's never been that.
That's
character.
not who she is. She's of faith, and that's, you know, she cares about keeping the family together, even if, you know, what has happened. You know, she wants to make sure that she's there for her children in all areas of their lives.
Yeah, and
I hear you.
Even though she has all these issues with Tony, like there is a level of her that still cares about him, that wants to protect him in some light. Like, of course, she's pissed off that she has to bail him out and like doesn't want anything to do with this. But at the end of the day, that is the father of her kids. So like there is a certain level of responsibility that she feels. She doesn't need to feel it, and she doesn't necessarily have to have it, but she probably feels a level of responsibility for the image that the father of her kids has.
Yeah. And then we see Adriana with the Fed, and that narrative consistently developing as well. What do you guys see? You know, you guys see an outcome to this, and where she is in this narrative?
It's really weird because for me, Adriana's like kind of stuck like between two minds. Like it's almost like she, you know, keeps making excuses for the family and keeps making excuses for why people do X, Y, and Z. But then at the same time, she's like informing more and more every single episode we see her. And I don't know, to me that just like indicates she's not sure like what the right thing to do is. And that's as far as I can tell right now. But at the end of the episode, like she was gonna, you know, she was being asked to bug the bar, the club, and she was like, absolutely not, blah blah blah. And then she was defending the fact that she got absolutely beaten the hell up. So yeah, I don't know. It's I wonder when enough is gonna be enough. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
You know, because
she has two options, right? She either cooperates, keeps informing, goes to jail, or she reveals to Tony and to whoever that she's been informing and she's dead.
I don't think she goes to prison based on like what she's like informing. Like the way that she was talking in this episode here, she was talking about like, before you know it, we're gonna be up and out of this place, like blah blah blah. I mean, her impression to me doesn't feel like she knows that she could potentially go to prison, especially since she's cooperating.
Yeah, but it's not going to play out well either way, because if she cooperates, they get Tony, they arrest him and all that. I think Christopher gets arrested too. She's not going to make it out with him.
Well, I think the idea is to get her to cooperate to the point where they almost have Tony, and then get Christopher to be able to cooperate, and then they cut him a deal. I think that's.
I still don't think Christopher is going to respond well to this whole thing.
No, definitely not.
No, he won't.
Definitely not. He'll kill her.
She's not going to get the outcome that she wants.
No, I genuinely believe that like he could potentially kill her. Like if he found out in the next episode, which won't happen, but like if he found out in the next episode, I think he would kill her. Straight up.
Yeah, and it's really hard because she's stuck in a cycle that is heartbreaking to see.
Yeah,
you wish that she could get out of it, but it seems like every single time it's wheeled right back in.
Yeah, and this is the world she knows.
Right.
And also, like, clearly she has issues, like father issues and stuff like that. So she kind of puts up with this level of abuse that probably is related to childhood traumas and stuff like that.
Right. What I really liked about this episode was the filmmaking aspect and the comedic timing.
So good.
The one with that pizza scene was hilarious. But also, I really loved the final scene of when they all go in to Artie's restaurant. Yo, the tension and also the cuts, it's done really well.
So
it directed really well. Whoever directed this episode, fantastic direction.
So
I'm just wondering what stood out to you guys aesthetically, filmmaking wise.
Yeah, that last scene sticks out of my brain. I loved it. Like it felt like I was watching real time, like politicking.
Yeah,
like the Clintons example that I gave. I swear to God, like that probably happened. There's just no way. It's the optics of everything, how they make people look, the respect, the perceived respect. While in the background, people know the dirty shit that's happening. It's crazy, and I thought they did a really good job showing that here.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching and listening to this reaction. We love you guys and see you soon for more Tony Tuesday. Stay beautiful, y'all.
See ya.